Let's talk about connecting with students. This is the heart of it all. This is what we're all here for. It doesn't matter your role or your position. If you are a youth leader in any way, shape, or form, your main goal should be connecting with students. Why? Because students need adults who care, listen, and are interested in them. Because a lot of these kids, you might be the first one who actually listens, who's actually interested in them. And that interested in them, you don't have to be interested in what they're interested in. You might be a sports-loving youth leader, but you've got some anime kids and they need someone to talk to too. You don't have to know anything about it. Just like let it wash right over you. But like the fact that you are invested in them is going to mean a lot. You got to be comfortable though. You got to be comfortable with the fact that it might take a while. And it might take a while for a bunch of different reasons. You might try to have a conversation with a student, you're asking questions and you're only getting one word answers. And it might be because they're shy and they need time to come out of their shell. It might be because you're not asking the right questions. Maybe you're asking questions about things that they don't care about. And so they're not really that invested either. But maybe when you find the thing, just like the right thing to ask them about, you just see them like blossom and come alive and they can't stop talking about it because they're so excited. It might take you a while to find what that thing is. Or they might be quiet because they don't trust you yet. Maybe they've been around other youth groups or other adults who've pretended to care, who tried to buddy up with them. And then when it didn't happen immediately, or when things got difficult, they were abandoned and they realized that all these people were fake. And they're just like waiting to see if you're real. And so being comfortable with the fact that it might take a while. You might go up to a student and start talking to them and they just like, they don't give you anything. How's it going? Fine. What'd you do today? Nothing. It is tempting to take it personally. There is going to be a part of you that thinks that this reflects poorly on you as a youth leader or your abilities or your talents, or you're not really that likable, or you're just not good at it. So just give up and just go talk to the kids that everybody else wants to talk to. But no. It's okay. Just sit and be with them. Be comfortable with silence. Be comfortable in the discomfort of it and invest. Make every little investment that you can. Every time you see them walk into the room, let them know that you're excited to see them over and over and over again. And maybe eventually the Lord might open their eyes to really believe it. What do you talk to them about? Here are some examples of bad questions that you probably shouldn't ask your students. Don't ask a student, "Why do you smell like that? What meds are you on? Do you ever wish you were adopted? How many fifth graders would it take to beat up a horse?" Instead, ask them for an opinion. Hey, when you go to the movie theater, do you want to sit close to the screen or far away? You get to ask them for advice. What's a song that you think that I need to hear? And then blow their mind by actually following through and listening to it and talk to them about it the next time you see them. You ask for history. What's the main thing you got in trouble for when you were a little kid? And then be ready to offer your own answer too, so that it feels like a real conversation and that you're actually invested in it and not just like doing this because you know that you have to. Ask them about what's normal in their life. If you weren't at camp right now, what would you be doing today? And then ask more questions about all the things they tell you about. Get curious, really want to learn about them. And then this is just a great question to use all the time. What's something that you're looking forward to? And leaving it open-ended so kids can answer it however they want. You mean this week, this month, this year, just the rest of my life? I don't know, anything. And keep asking it. And keep track of who answers and how they answer. Because maybe there will come a time where you realize that there's one of your students who's starting to get really quiet. Maybe they're pulling away from everybody else. And maybe you notice that the last 4 times that you asked them what they're looking forward to in life, they didn't really have an answer. That would be a red flag. That would be worth looking at and paying attention to and following up with, because maybe there's something going on. And maybe those are the moments for some students where they're really ready to connect, when they've hit rock bottom and they don't feel like they have anyone else to talk to. And all the investments that you've made over the time to let them know that you actually care, that you're actually interested, and you're actually going to listen might be everything that they need in order to take that step to open up to you. And that could be anyone. It doesn't have to just be the youth pastor. Any trustworthy and caring adult can be that person that a student needs when they're struggling. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, because these kids got no social skills, and that's okay. They're still learning, and we get to help be a part of that.